Hey, good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm Bill with Franklin Loan Center. And I want to run on what I was talking about last week, and I just want to kind of reframe it in a little bit different way. And I mean, I have to ask a question: are we looking at gift horse in the mouth right now, right? And that gift right now is certainly where interest rates have gone. And it's certainly a conversation that's worth having. So I talked last week about how a 1% drop in interest rate equals, for the same payment, equals about a 10% increase in your buying power, or means that you can get the same payment for a house that's 10% less. 10% more. Another way to think about this, and I'm hearing so much indecision from people right now. The news is trying to talk about recession all over the place and all these things. So I wanted to look at this a different way. So I looked at a 30-year fixed mortgage, and I compared a 5% mortgage to a 4% mortgage, which, by the way, is about everybody's situation is different. I'm not trying to say what a rate would be, but that change is approximately equal to what any given set of circumstances would see based on where the rates were just in November versus where they are today. And so I used a $450,000 mortgage. The difference, if you paid all 30 years of that mortgage, the 1% difference in your interest rate would equal $120,000 savings. That's $120,000 that you would save in the interest over the life of that loan. So let's start thinking about that in perspective, right? So a recession comes. Nationally, numbers went down by like 30% last year, the last recession. But think about, that's which I think most people feel is pretty unlikely this time. The mortgage business is very, very different today than it was then. And so let's say we see a 10% drop, which I think is, I don't believe in hear anybody saying that, but let's say that we did. That $120,000 on a $450,000 mortgage, so call it a $500 or $550 purchase price. The $120,000 you would save in interest, that's like 20%, over 20% of that purchase price. These are the real numbers of sitting on the sidelines and waiting and wondering what's going to happen with the housing market, how are prices going to change, all this stuff. Well, here's what we know right now today is where interest rates are is very, very attractive. If you wait it out and rates go up but prices come down, you're going to end up in the same spot, right? So just a little, little different way to maybe think about the numbers here and give you an opportunity to really wonder, why am I continuing to stare this gift horse in the mouth? And maybe I really should take a closer look at buying right now. So again, that's all I have for you this week. Definitely don't look that gift horse in the mouth. If you have questions on this, I'd love to sit down with you and kind of work through some real live numbers for your own situation, see what we can do to help educate you on the process and get you into a house. So I'm Bill with Franklin Loan Center, and I will see you all next week.